What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and it's time to look ahead at Week 4 in the SEC. This is going to be our preview for Week 4. Today, earlier, we had our power rankings. We recap Week 3. You can also go check out all the SEC games, the simulations for each of these games, the conference games, that is, over on the simulation channel. I'll put a link somewhere here in this video for that. But let's go ahead and get to the games. Massachusetts on the road at Tennessee. Tennessee, a 26-point favorite. This game is Saturday at noon Eastern on the SEC Network. Tennessee should be ready to roll in this one. UMass 0-4 to start the season. So this will be a good confidence builder for Tennessee. And hopefully they can regroup after that tough loss to Florida. A game in which they had a chance to win, but they couldn't quite get it done at the end, giving up that big pass to Florida. So should be an easy win for Tennessee. Let's move on to a game. This one is a big one. The loser of this game, the head coach, could be losing his job. This one's on ESPN Saturday at 12 o'clock Eastern as well. Arkansas taking on Texas A&M. Texas A&M a 3-point favorite. I'm surprised that either team is favored in this one. I kind of thought the spread might just be even on this game. Texas A&M did play well in the second half of their last game. Arkansas off last week. This is a big one. Like I said, Texas A&M, if they lose this game, Kevin Sumlin could be done. Brett Bielema probably has a little bit more wiggle room if they were to lose. But if one of these teams were to go out and just have a terrible performance and get blown out, yeah, we could see a coach being fired in the SEC. The key to this game, I think, is going to be Kellen Mond of Texas A&M. Can he get that offense going like he did in the second half last week? I expect Arkansas to play pretty well in this one. So, I think the key is the offense for Texas A&M. Are they going to be able to move the ball in that Arkansas defense? All right, SEC Network Saturday at 3:30 Eastern. Louisiana Tech on the road at South Carolina. South Carolina, 10.5-point favorite. They should roll in this one. It could be fairly close. You know, it could be one of those that's a 7-point game at halftime. But then I think South Carolina pulls away. Jake Bentley needs to have a big game here, get his confidence back, and this team just overall needs to play a very good game after they missed a lot of opportunities against Kentucky. And we'll see how they do. See how they do in the red zone in this one. All right, here's a big one on CBS Saturday at 3:30 Eastern. It's Alabama versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a 19-point underdog. One of these teams is ranked number 1 in total defense in the country. The other team is ranked 37th. I bet you would have thought that the number 1 team would be Alabama, but no, it's Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, the number 1 defense in college football. Alabama ranked 37th. I talked about this earlier on another video, and I think that defense for Vanderbilt is going to keep this game close. Jalen Hurts still a little iffy in that passing game. I do think Alabama wins this game, but because of the defense of Vanderbilt and some injuries at linebacker for Alabama, not sure exactly how many of those guys are going to play. They have 5 injured linebackers right now. 2 are out for the season. So I think it's low scoring, something like maybe 20-10. I do think Alabama wins this one, but against the spread, I would go with Vanderbilt in this game because of that defense. So let's go on now to what I think is the game of the week. This one's on ESPN Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Mississippi State on the road at Georgia. Georgia, a 6-point favorite. We don't know a whole lot about Georgia. You know, they beat Notre Dame. They looked pretty good in that game. We don't know if Notre Dame's really that good, though. Mississippi State going out and just dominating against LSU. A lot of people were surprised by that. I was surprised at the score. I picked Mississippi State to win that game. But, yeah, I did not expect it to be a blowout like it was. So the key to this one is the young quarterback for Georgia, the freshman. How's he going to do against that Mississippi State defense? Because you know Nick Fitzgerald and Mississippi State, they're going to score some points in this game. I feel pretty confident that they'll get, 24, 28 points somewhere in there. So can Georgia keep up? Can they score? Can they get that run game going as well? They're going to have to stay balanced if they want to move the ball against Mississippi State. LSU was able to run the football on them, but they could not pass it. So, again, I think Georgia passing the football is going to be key. Then we got Syracuse at LSU, ESPN2 Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. LSU a 23-point favorite. I don't expect this one to be close. Syracuse, Eric Dungy at quarterback, he can throw the football, but they have not looked all that great to start the season. LSU, I think, can just lean on that running game and their defense, and I think they win this one big. 23 points, that's a big spread. I think it's going to be right around that 21 to 24 point area, so if I was betting, I'd probably stay away from this one. Well, let's move on now to Florida on the road at Kentucky. SEC Network, 7:30 Eastern. Florida, a 4-point favorite on the road. I think Kentucky's got a real shot at this game. They're coming off that win over South Carolina. Florida has not looked good. Even though they beat Tennessee, it hasn't looked great for them. Their defense played better in that game. Kentucky's defense played really good against South Carolina, especially getting some key stops on 4th down and holding them out of the end zone once they got in the red zone. So I think this will be a low-scoring game as well, maybe similar to that Alabama and Vanderbilt game. And I think, again, Kentucky has a real shot to win this game. We'll see what happens. Can Felipe Franks get it going for Florida? Can they get their offense finally going? That's going to be the key. But, yeah, I think Kentucky's got a real shot in this one. And I might even pick the Wildcats to win. I think they get it done. They start off 4-0 and on top in the SEC East. And then we've got Auburn at Missouri. ESPNU Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern. Auburn a 17.5-point favorite. Missouri has just looked terrible, especially on defense. I think this is the perfect game for Auburn to get their offense rolling. I think Jarrett Stidham comes out, has a big game. I look for not just Cam Petway, but the other running backs for Auburn to all get involved in this game, and I think they really execute that offensive game plan. Obviously, if they have 5 turnovers like they did against Mercer, this game could get away from them. Missouri could pull it off the upset, but I don't see that happening. I think Auburn wins this one by about 3 touchdowns. I think you get it by about 21 points. Maybe one of those, they start off a little slow in the first quarter on the road, but then they pull away late. And yeah, Missouri just has not looked good. And again, I think this is just what the doctor ordered for Auburn. One of the worst defenses in college football in Missouri. And they get to get their offense going, and I think that's exactly what they will do. So, yeah, I like Auburn to win big in this game. And that's it. That's all the games for Week 4. We get several conference games for the first time as we now get into SEC play, and it's one of the best times of the year in college football. So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.